you go from the 15F, and then Cowie drops the big Ultra on you. And when that Ultra came out with the 250, first, that was way more horsepower than anyone was, and now mind you, the stock setup was the stock setup.
Yeah.
But that was a big ski when that thing came out.
Yeah, it's 1,000 pounds. Yeah.
Yeah, man. Now, did they drop that on you and go make this thing run, or?
It was a tank. That was my the 250 was my training ski in the ocean.
Okay.
Which I think some of your boys at PWI had some fun on them when we went wave jumping.
Yeah, you guys went surfing. You and Dave and Justin went surfing and wave jumping. That's when I got into that. Actually, what got me into racing was when I was at PWI. Rawl said, "Well, hey, why don't you just keep the red one, the 250?" And he goes, "Just go ahead and modify that one and race that one." And I was like, "Are you serious?" He goes, "Yeah, go ahead." So that's how I fell into it. Was racing that boat.
Those are probably by far the best handling ski. In straight line, ocean, rough conditions, you can't beat it. Flat water, Sea-Doo, that's just the way they are. But
at the time they had the tiny little RXP, and you had some of those guys who were running, 80, 83 miles an hour on an RXP, and you're like, what the hell,
Yeah.
But when it was rough, I always think of Mark Gerner. He'd go run around going, "It's Cowie water out there. It's Cowie water."
Yeah.
And
then he'd be on his Yamaha.
Yeah, I know. Well, I mean, he ride Cowies, and then he went out on the Sea-Doo and destroyed his knee. He blew his knee out when he got ejected.
Right.
I don't know if you've ever seen that video, but he was on that black GTX, and it went like 1, 2, 3, and just cut, and he went forward.
Really?
And it just. Oh yeah, and it just destroyed his knee, blew his ACL out.
Oh wow!
But yeah, that's what hung him up for a little bit. But so that hull, I mean, and were you ever involved in the, because Fuzzy and Kanamori always tell me they're the guys who go out there at a Dana Point and they do all their, skunk work testing, early in the morning.
Right.
But do they ever have you come out and say anything about it, or?
So, I had to do some endurance testing on the ultras at some point. Like, hey, just come out, Dana Point, like you said.
Sure.
And I did it, and I think I cracked every hole that I rode. And the endurance testing for production,
right,
would never happen because I just destroyed everything that I got on. So I wasn't allowed to do the testing anymore for that due to the way that I rode.
You were killing them, okay.
And I was told to, give it full throttle until it runs out of gas, and I did, but I was jumping waves and doing everything. I probably wasn't doing the deal is you have your athletes and you have your consumers and your local people that buy jet skis and just go cruising around and ride. Well, like someone like me, Dustin, or Mac, or any of these top, riders nowadays, I mean, you can exceed the limits of anything.
Sure.
Just like the Yamahas, the fiberglass breaks in half and there's holes sink and everything else, But I wasn't allowed to do that anymore. And it wasn't the hole; it was actually the top deck, because they have a different SMC resin that are stamped versus fiberglass on the Kawasaki's, which is great. It's a good production tool, and it just wouldn't hold up to me.
Okay.
So,
all right. Now we actually had a. Hey guys, thanks for hanging out. This clip was taken from our weekly podcast that we record here every Sunday night at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you want to watch the whole video, you can go to the Watercraft Journal's YouTube channel, go to playlists, and then click on live sessions. You're going to see it there. Otherwise, go ahead and leave a like, a comment, and definitely subscribe to the channel. It helps us grow. And again, thanks again for watching our videos, and we hope to see you soon.